going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. It's a new show, guys. We are doing this. Stage is gone. We're in the middle of the newsroom now. That's where we're going to do the show every day. It's going to be a lot more free-flowing. If things are breaking, we are going to bring that to you. We're going to start today, as week 2 is almost in the books here of the NFL season, with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Now, if there's one thing that we know since they have started dating is that, especially when there's a home game, when there's a game at Arrowhead, Taylor Swift has been there. But yesterday, Sunday, was a little bit different, Ed, because for the first time, she was not shown on television. We did not see her a single time, not in the luxury booth, nowhere. And we have now got this video that seemingly it's who we have been told and led to believe is Taylor Swift sneaking into the stadium behind what was
a partition that we're not necessarily sure about this, but if you do your research and your homework on it, it appears to be a $6,000 bulletproof partition.
Right.
So who knows if this is perhaps related to the Charlie Kirk assassination attempt? Perhaps she's a little bit timid, being in large crowds, but still wants to see her man. But that appeared to be what that video showed, her walking behind this bulletproof partition on her way to a secluded seat somewhere in Arrowhead Stadium.
Right. And I mean, again, there have been I think a lot of people have watched the games because Taylor's there, but there have been an equal amount of people likely that have complained that they show her too much. So, this is something that as I think late last year, certainly, they have shown her on TV as every opportunity that they've gotten. And it just didn't happen yesterday. And you're right, it's impossible to obviously ignore what has happened with the Charlie Kirk assassination. And we don't know if it's because of that, but this is clearly something that just happened on Wednesday. And now the game's on Sunday. And all of a sudden she may be kind of taking refuge behind this bullet-resistant material here as she walks in. That's that. Now, as for what happened on the football field, it went great. The reality is that Travis Kelce, look, he had a bad start to the year last year, and he had a down year, I think, overall. But he has not had a great start to this season. Sure, he's had a couple catches. He had a touchdown last week. But potentially a mistake, Lucas, that cost them the game yesterday?
Possibly, depending on who you ask. But, we know
it's too early in the fourth quarter to blame
we know what happened week 1. And Travis, after that game, talked about how, I wasn't really in necessarily the right mind space. I wasn't ready to go.
Which I don't know what that means, by the way.
You saw what happened with Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
He was really upset about that.
Yes.
But then you come in week 2, and there's a lot of emotion going into this game. It's a rematch of the Super Bowl. They were out to prove that, hey, we don't want to go 0-2. By the way, they haven't been 0-2 in a very long time, since 2014. So there was a lot going on Sunday. Yeah. But early in the fourth quarter, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes throws it to him. Should have caught the ball. Right. He doesn't. It gets intercepted. Huge return. Eagles go on to win this game. Travis Kelce, throughout the game was showing a lot of emotion. He was saying expletives on the sideline, left and right and everything. But ultimately what it came down to is after the game, Andy Reid was asked about it, and he's not blaming Travis Kelce.
Kelce had a nice day with the completions. I know he's upset at the last one, but we keep rolling here and keep getting better. Listen, he's trying to get guys fired up and going. That's him. He's that way every week if you keep an eye on him. So he's all in all the time. So that's the way he was today.
Travis Kelce finished the game, 4 catches, 61 yards. Someone who is an all-pro talent, you're going to want a little bit more out of him. There's the discussion whether Travis Kelce is washed or maybe his mind is elsewhere. I'd love to hear what the chat has to say about that.
Now, before all that happened, before Taylor Swift potentially snuck in behind the partition, before Travis Kelce maybe drops what could have been the game-winning touchdown, he came to the stadium too in an outfit, Mojo. It was an outfit. A lot of people getting on Travis. You're kind of you're the fashion guy here, Mojo. What did we think of his outfit yesterday? The suit with the cutoff short. I don't know.
Hey, Babcock, I saw a lot of people online saying that partition should have been used for Travis Kelce instead of T. Swift with an outfit like that. But I think they're all wrong, Babcock. This is the look. The guy is coming in sharp. He's got a suit on. I mean, shorts with suits are increasingly acceptable these days. I typically do the opposite. I scrap the sleeves when it comes to my suit, and I keep the pants. So we're operating in reverse here, but I guess that's a good thing when you're doppelgangers with each other. But the look was all right, and I think as far as the Chiefs go, as far as Travis Kelce goes, I think all the Chiefs fans out there need to take a deep breath. Yes, 0-2 is unfamiliar territory, but you played a strong Chargers team for that first loss overseas, mind you, which doesn't make things easier. And then you take on the defending Super Bowl champs. You only lose by 3. So this season is not a wash by any means for the Chiefs. It just started out as a tough schedule. They'll bounce back. There's a reason why Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Andy Reid have gotten to where they are. They know how to bounce back, right? Long season ago, Travis Kelce still led the team in receiving. One bad mistake, everybody's entitled to that. And you had a whole quarter left of football left. So I think everybody needs to just chill out a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mojo. Look, you don't want to start NFL seasons 0-3, 0-4. That's when things get really tricky. Although teams that have, in the middle of a dynasty, that doesn't typically happen to them. I think if there's anybody that could bounce back, it's likely the Chiefs. I will say this, and the Giants looked a heck of a lot better yesterday, but they do have the Giants Sunday Night Football this week. The Chiefs are a far more talented team than the Giants, so obviously I would expect for the Chiefs to finally win a game this season, 1-2, and they'll go on from there. Before we move on here, I should say this. We have also talked with our sources. Now, was there a decision made by Fox or by the NFL not to show Taylor Swift? That's not what we have been told. We have been told that Fox just didn't know where Taylor Swift was. If they don't know where she is, they can't show her on television. So that's why. Seems like there was a real effort made here by Taylor Swift or her team to not be seen, and mission accomplished, because not a single time on that entire broadcast. Coming up next, we're going to be joined by Terence Crawford, fresh off of his shocking, in many people's mind, win over Canelo Alvarez. Is Bud the greatest fighter of this generation? He's going to answer that question next. We're joined now by the man that not just the entire boxing world, but the sports world is talking about. The great Terence Crawford goes in there Saturday night, Allegiant Stadium, against Canelo Alvarez in one of the biggest boxing matches of all time. And I mean, I hesitate to say it was even close. Bud put on an absolute clinic against a guy who is regarded as one of the greatest boxers of not just this generation, but ever, period. Terence, first of all, thank you for doing this, man. A couple days now to digest this thing. What are you feeling? What are the emotions as you look back?
Oh man, I'm just relaxing. I have the time to, decompose and just look back at the fight and things like that, and just be grateful for the opportunity and to actually tell the people I told you so.
Terence, did it go the way you expected it to go when you would kind of run through it in your mind? Is that how you thought that the fight would ultimately turn out?
Yeah, for sure. I thought that it was going to be a technical fight. I knew Canelo was tough. I knew Canelo, is an all-time great, and I knew I was going to win. Like I said before, in the build-up, I was going to win by any means necessary.
We know it was the biggest fight of your career, but looking back, was it the hardest fight of your career?
I wouldn't say it was the hardest fight in my career, but it definitely was the biggest fight in my career.
Are you content, Terence? I mean, I'm sure not to count your paycheck here, but I'm sure the money obviously incredible. You've done so much. Are you content with your career where it stands right now? If you were to never step foot in that boxing ring again as a fighter, are you content with how everything has gone?
Absolutely. If I was to hang up the gloves right now, I would definitely be content with, all my accomplishments and the things that I've done in the sport of boxing.
How do you make the decision now as to what you do next? Is it just sitting down, talking with your family, seeing what happens over the next couple weeks and months? How will you make that decision ultimately?
Well, I'll just talk to my team, my family, and we'll make that decision, when the time comes.
Do you have any interest in a rematch after the fight? Canelo seemed to indicate, at least in the ring, that he would obviously be open to that. Do you have any interest in even talking about a rematch against Canelo Alvarez?
Right now, I don't have no interest in anything because, it's fairly new. We're not even 48 hours away from, me fighting. So, I'm relaxing and enjoying my victory right now.
I saw someone write an article that says Terence Crawford, the greatest fighter of this generation. What is the answer to that question?
That's a fact. Terence Crawford is the greatest fighter of this generation and one of the all-time greats of the sport of boxing.
My last question, how much does it irk you that you have had just one loss in your career, and it is to me in ping pong?
I beat you.
Congratulations, Terence, man. It was amazing to watch, an amazing event, and we could not be happier for you, brother.
And I appreciate it. Thanks.
Shaquille O'Neal says his Sacramento State basketball team is down to scrimmage Master P's New Orleans squad. Shaq with a challenge for P when he joins us next on TMZ Sports. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. We have got a big guest, literally, on the line here, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, my brother, how are you? Okay, so you've got the Shaq-alicious XL gummies. Shaquille, there's not a pharmacy, a grocery store in this country you can walk into and not see these things. They are all over the place. You have sold, I have since learned, about 11 million, over 11 million bags in 8 months. Everything you do is an absolute smash hit. What do you guys got new flavors, Shaq? What are you doing? I love the shoes too. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, first of all, if you stop babbling, see, your name should be Mike Babbling because you just start talking and you babbling. This is the new iteration of the best-selling gummies. I want to say shout out to Hershey and shout out to all the fans. But these gummies right here, I'm telling you, if you thought the last gummies were delicious, let me tell you, we got mango orange, lime green, and strawberry red. Thank you, Mike, for giving me 15 seconds. You took up 20 minutes of the intro. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. Mike Babcock with the new sexy haircut, trying to look like Brad Pitt. Go ahead, Mike. Take over.
It's not the first time people have accused me of babbling. Why have these things been so damn popular, Shaq? I mean, literally, you go every single store I go to, I see your face on the candy bags. What is going on this? How has this become such a hit?
Well, shout out to Hershey's. Their team, their development team is unbelievable. So when we first did the deal, they gave me, I won't say creative control, but they let me taste it, pulse. So they said I would have to bite and chew.
You're making it worse. You're making it worse.
I would have to bite and chew and taste all these products until we finally got the ones that we like. So, when we're doing this new iteration, they came up with those flavors and it tastes pretty good. Pause. Mike.
What?
Tell that dude to turn around. And the dude right there behind you in the blue, tell him to turn around and stay at my damn interview.
Lucas, come over here. Guy's a Cavs fan, Shaq.
Hey, Lukey. Hey, Lukey.
What's up?
When I'm talking to Mike, you don't be turning around on your computer eavesdropping. Stay on Facebook and Snapchat, whatever you're doing, and get back to work.
Understood. Understood. I was just going to have him ask you about the cologne.
What?
I posted.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I gave you a free ad.
Yeah, that was great.
Mike, do you have a lady in your life?
Yes.
Okay, because, if you do, put the cologne on tonight and watch what happens.
Okay.
As soon as you get out the shower, I want you to put it on.
Put it on.
Look, put it on, go in your room and release the towel and watch some happen. Release the towel and watch what
Okay.
happens.
I heard there actually may be a bottle on the way. I've heard, Shaq. So I am going to do that. All right. Let me ask you a few questions before I let you go.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we talked to Master P over the weekend, who he said he wants to do a little Shaq versus Master P exhibition game, Sacramento State versus the University of New Orleans.
You tell Master P when we do this game, if we're allowed to put a little wager on it, I'll put whatever.
There we go.
You tell him that Shaq D's and that no limit money should be about the same. So
Yeah.
if we're allowed, I don't know how that works, but listen, Master P has been a long time friend of mine. I'm proud of what he's doing.
Yeah.
New Orleans. And if the NCAA allows it, I would love to get a scrimmage game this year, but if not this year, definitely next year.
What do you think? Megan Clay still going strong after like 2 months here?
Who?
Megan Clay?
What the hell was that?
No. Here we go.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Megan Clay.
Oh, I thought that was a diss. I thought that I was about to say, okay, there's our answer.
I'm happy for him. I hope it lasts forever. I hope they get married. I really do. Shaq,
thank you, bro. I appreciate you so much. Shaqalicious XL gummies coming soon. You're the best. Shaq, thank you. I appreciate you so much, man. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Up next, a big blow for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow out at least 3 months with a toe injury. A legendary Bengals broadcaster is going to walk the Bengals fans off the ledge when TMZ Sports rolls on right after this. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals are 2-0. That's the good news. They beat the Jaguars yesterday. Now for the bad news. Joe Burrow, who I think you can make a case is maybe the best quarterback in the world, certainly top 3, top 4 quarterback in the world, went out in the first half with a serious toe injury. Now you say a toe injury, how bad can it be? Well, it is bad. It sounds like Joe Burrow is going to miss at least 3 months, and there is concern. We've got a big Bengals fan right here in our office, Ryan. There is real concern that Joe Burrow might ultimately end up missing the entire season. So again, while they might be 2-0 right now, what does the next 4 months look like for the franchise? Well, there are a lot of people who are freaking out, let's be honest. But maybe you shouldn't be. So we talked to a guy who, way back in the day, used to be a Bengals star, in fact, played in a Super Bowl for Cincinnati, and now for the last 4 decades has been on the microphone. He is the color analyst for the Bengals. Dave Lapham, telling Bengals fans out there why it's not time to panic.
They're on the ledge. They got to be walked off the ledge. 40 years in the broadcast booth as the radio analyst. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks, seen a lot of quarterback play. There's no question that Joe Burrow is the best I've ever seen. And to feel like Jake Browning could go out there and do everything that Joe Burrow does and has done is unfair. It's unrealistic. But I do believe that the Bengals can win a lot of football games with Jake Browning as the quarterback. I would honestly take Jake Browning as my starting quarterback over other starting quarterbacks in the National Football League. I think there are a few that Jake Browning can go out and perform better than on a week-to-week basis. So I think the Bengals feel like they're very fortunate to have a quarterback the caliber of Jake Browning coming in with Joe Burrow having to sit out for a bit. And they're going to try to take full advantage of it, win as many football games as they can.
You know, Mojo, it's right. Jake Browning, he may be a heck of a good backup, but he is never going to be Joe Burrow, and that's just the reality. Joe Burrow is irreplaceable unless Josh Allen's walking through the door, which he's not. Irreplaceable.
Well, Babcock, this is time for everybody to make some lemonade, buddy. We got a rough situation here. Cream rises to the top. This is the golden opportunity for Jake Browning to step up and make a name for himself. You never want your friends to get injured, ever, especially when it's your starting franchise quarterback. But if you're Jake, you have to come into this thing almost as if it's a blessing in disguise. This is your time to shine. You go out there and you ball out and you put tape out there. then your future changes, whether that's with the Bengals or not. Once Joey B comes back, you might be on your way somewhere else as the starting quarterback of another franchise. So this is the time for him to step up and do his thing. And for Joey B, your lemonade comes in the form of making yourself the 3-time NFL Comeback Player of the Year, 2021, 2024, and potentially this year. 3 months is not the entirety of the season. It's most of the season. It's definitely enough time for your team to miss the playoffs, but you also left them with a 2-0 streak to start the season. So as long as Jake Browning can hold it down until you're back, hey, man, that could be a good situation for him to come in, take the reins back, and propel them into the postseason. So is that going to happen? I don't know, Babcock. I don't see it personally. You're talking about the AFC North. Yeah. The Ravens may have lost the other day, but they are an absolutely stacked franchise. They are going to go deep this year. You also got the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers back in the mix over there. Let's see how they do. It's going to be a tough one for the Bengals, but again, lemonade for people.
Yeah, absolutely, Mojo. What can you do? They're without Joe. He's not coming back. He's not coming back for at least 3 months. You're probably looking at 12, 13 games or so. It helps a heck of a lot that they are 2-0 here. They've given themselves somewhat of a cushion. Look, they're a talented team. They're more talented than just Joe Burrow, but we know the name of the game when it comes to football in the NFL, and you need a great quarterback, and that's exactly what Joe Burrow is. He's just not going to be there for a little bit. All right, we have got to go. This is how we're going to do it from now on. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to, again, middle of the newsroom every single day. Until tomorrow, have a great night. We'll see you then.
I'm a lawyer.